Hi, I am Nusrat Ahmed, and I will be introducing you to CLP's recent initiative, Expert Guided Learning, in short, EGL platform. EGL grew out of CLP's Remote Volunteer Teaching Initiative. As you know, CLP has been running the Remote Volunteer Teaching Initiative since 2017. CLP has been conducting remote instruction using the communication technology resources of smart classrooms and video conferencing platforms such as Zoom and Skype. CLP volunteers from different parts of the world, such as the US, Australia, and Bangladesh, have been involved in teaching different subjects such as biology, math, chemistry, and English to students of rural Bangladesh in those schools. The remote volunteer teaching usually involves a volunteer teacher who is teaching a class in a remote school in real time, and a local instructor is also often present to help run the class and facilitate discussions. So there are many pieces that need to come together to make remote volunteer teaching effective: the volunteer, the local teacher, the students, and the classroom. Coordinating all of these parts can be a sizable effort. Also, the time difference between the volunteer in a foreign country and students in Bangladesh restricts class timing and number of classes that may be offered that day. Another prime concern is the availability, the dependability, the quality, and cost associated with internet connection that is very much needed for successful remote voluntary teaching. Scaling up to help more schools is extremely difficult, as it would involve more volunteer teachers, organization, and resources. EGL offers a practical solution to these problems, which we will demonstrate through the next few videos. First, let us watch a snippet from a remote class in Bangladesh taught by a volunteer English teacher from New York City.
Hi. Yes, hi. What's your name?
My name is Sanifa.
Nice to meet you. Yes, are you a student? Question. Good. When you bring this to the front, it becomes a question. Okay? Now let's practice. So turn around and ask your friend. Tell her, I'm a student. Talk to her.
A student.
Are you a student?
Wow, she is an expert teacher. She grabbed her students' full attention and made them converse in English while teaching the language itself. Note there is also a classroom teacher assisting her. Now, $1 million question. How do students in 50 different classes in 50 different schools benefit from this expert teacher's teaching? That is where CLP's innovative EGL platform comes in. So this is how the EGL platform works. The remote class that you just watched gets recorded in its entirety, and the recorded video isn't edited to take out the noises and videos coming from the class, and the result is a movie with the expert teacher teaching, but no voices from the original class. Let us watch a snippet of it.
Hi. What's your name? Yes, are you a student?
This edited movie is CLP's virtual expert teacher and is ready to be deployed in any number of classes. Now let's watch snippets of another class in which the edited movie is used to teach.
Hi. What's your name? My name is Yahoo.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yes, are you a student?
Are you a student?
Good. When you bring this to the front, it becomes a question. Okay? Now let's practice. Turn around and ask your friend. Tell her, I'm a student. Talk to her.
I'm a student.
Are you a student?
Are you a student? I am.
As you can see from the third video, The expert's recorded video is quite effective in teaching students in another class. Any number of copies of this movie can be made, and any number of classes in many locations can be taught at their convenient time without having to depend on unreliable internet connection. I hope that by watching that last video, it is much more clear to you how CLP has taken the remote voluntary teaching platform to the next level to benefit the students in the rural parts of Bangladesh, where they now don't have to depend on internet connections or the availability of remote teachers' time and coordination. So, this is a truly magnificent next generation of remote voluntary teaching, which is again called our Expert Guided Learning Program. Now, let us hear from those students and local teachers who participated in a pilot program of this EGL initiative. The feedback from the local teachers is very important because they are the ones who are on the ground and helping to facilitate these classes. So now we are going to Kamarpara High School and Shakrail School in Manikganj to get students and teachers' perspective.
ক্লাসগুলো দারুণ উপভোগ করছি। আমি ও আমার সহপাঠীরা সবাই ক্লাসগুলো করে অনেক আনন্দ পাই এবং এক্সপার্ট টিচারের নির্দেশনা অনুযায়ী আমরা ইংরেজিতে কথোপকথন এবং দলীয় আলোচনা করি।
লার্নিং এর আওতায় এই কোর্সটিতে ছাত্রছাত্রীরা অনেক উৎসাহ নিয়ে ক্লাসগুলো করছে। এই কোর্সটির চমকপ্রদ বিষয় হচ্ছে ক্লাসটি রেকর্ডেড হলেও ছাত্রছাত্রীরা এটিকে লাইভ মনে করছে। ESL পদ্ধতি ও কৌশল অবলম্বন করায় গতানুগতিক শিক্ষা পদ্ধতির তুলনায় ছাত্রছাত্রীদের শিক্ষণ প্রক্রিয়া আরো বেশি কার্যকর।
It was great to hear perspectives from the students and teachers. CLP has currently introduced the EGL platform in 17 schools covering 11 districts, and so far the feedback is super positive. Expert guided learning also does come with some limitations. Let us hear about that from a teacher from UBS-BN who has experienced both live remote voluntary teaching and expert guided learning using a video recorded class. Let us see what he has to say.
2017 সাল থেকে আমাদের বিদ্যালয়ে ইংরেজি শেখার জন্য বেশ কয়েকটি দূরশিক্ষণ ক্লাস চলমান আছে। এবছর আমাদের বিদ্যালয়ে এক্সপার্ট গাইডেড লার্নিং EGL প্রোগ্রামের আওতায় আরও একটি ইংরেজি ক্লাস নেওয়া হচ্ছে। এক্সপার্ট টিচারের আকর্ষণে ছাত্রছাত্রীরা অতি উৎসাহের সাথে শতভাগ ক্লাসে উপস্থিত হচ্ছে, মনোযোগ দিচ্ছে এবং তারা শিখছেও বেশ। আমিও শিখছি কিভাবে ছাত্রছাত্রীদের ক্লাসে মনোযোগ আকর্ষণ করা যায়। EGL ক্লাসটা দূরশিক্ষণ ক্লাসের থেকে বেশ ফলপ্রসূ। অনলাইন দূরশিক্ষণ ক্লাসে শিক্ষকের সাথে আমার এবং ছাত্রছাত্রীর যে আত্মিক যোগাযোগ তৈরি হচ্ছে EGL ক্লাসে সেটা খুব মিস করছি।
I totally agree with Mr. Iqbal Hussain that the live interaction, the human factor, gets somewhat compromised in the expert guided learning program. But the benefits that we have discussed about the expert guided learning is very important for volunteer teaching and to reach as many students as possible in rural Bangladesh. It's certainly a first step, especially when we can do it with near minimal cost. So for now, expert guided learning is the way to go.